Hi guys, this is Kenneth Wong from the Joyup Consulting Group, and this is the outlook for October 2024. Now, a lot of you have, PM me, and you guys were like hoping that I could release this analysis of the month of October quickly, because a lot of you are a bit worried. Okay, because this is the month where it officially clashes with the dragon. So without further ado, I'm going to do a triple layer analysis so that it gives us more information to put your mind at ease. All right, here we go. This is the Bazi chart of 2024, and this is the pillar that represents the month of October, the month of the Yang Wood Dog month. First and foremost, let's look at what the Yang Wood represents. Now, the Yang Wood to the Bazi chart of 2024 is the 7 killings. That means this is the 7 killings month of the year. Okay, so what does 7 killings mean, right? 7 killings means abrupt changes. Okay, a certain change of direction, right? It can represent problems. It can represent pain. Okay, it could represent a lot of problem solving as well. Okay, now, who does it affect? It affects mass groups of people. Okay, that means the entire community, more than 50-60% of the whole world. All right, so let's dive into further details on how this affects everybody. Now, the month belongs to the animal sign of the dog. All right. And this year in 2024, it is the year of the dragon. Now, the dog and the dragon forms a clash relationship. Now, a lot of people start to panic. Oh my God, this is a clash. All right. Everyone's going to die. All right. This is going to be bad. Well, yes and no. All right. Depends on how you take it, right? Remember, when you have fear means you lack information. So right now, I'm going to give you triple layer information to put your mind at ease. All right. Now, for those of you who are a bit exposed to Bazi, okay, the dog and dragon clash represents a clash of two mountains. All right, so it's like clash of two Mount Everests. So it's like big, it's very impactful. All right, so this is what we call a very impactful clash. Okay, and the entire journey can be a bit uncomfortable. It could be a bit painful for some, all right, because this means an entire landscape change. Imagine two mountains clashing together, all right. The earth is going to crack, the rocks are going to fly, all right. Everything is going to be chaotic. Now, when the dust settles, do you still think that the original landscape is going to remain the same? Obviously not. All right. So this clash of two mountains represents a bit of a landscape change, situational change, circumstances changing as well. The main group or the main energy being affected is the friend. Now, friend represents everybody around us. Okay. Everybody around us. That is why this affects mass groups of people involved. Okay. Now, why does that happen? Okay. Now, when we go to the second layer of analysis, all right, this is when HO, hurting officer, meets direct officer. Hurting officer represents maybe new activities, new policies, new directives, new decision making. All right, new execution plans, for example, all right, coming to disrupt the direct officer. Direct officer represents the current status quo, the current stability, the current system. Okay, so now if we use the annual chart, okay, to decipher different aspects of 2024, the year pillar, we can use it to look at the economy. All right, so it means that there are certain forces coming in to disrupt the economy. All right, now disruption has very negative connotations to it. Now, disruptions could be for a good purpose or for a bad purpose. So let's not jump to conclusions so quickly. Yeah. Okay, now when we look at the third way of clashing, all right, it's talking about a DR, direct resource, right? Direct resource meeting direct wealth. What does that mean? Okay, direct resource normally talks about tangible resources, new support, new resources, new aids, all right, including new nobleman activities coming in, all right, becomes available to handle existing market issues. When we deep dive into direct resource meeting direct wealth, okay, basically two groups of people will emerge. All right. There will be The first group of people where people might be suffering from financial, some financial issues, or they might be struggling a little bit with financial, just say pursuits. All right. This group of people might say, okay, let's take a step back. Now there's additional resources coming in. I'm going to take these resources and try to improve my personal situation, all right, and pursue personal growth, and slow down on the financial pursuits. For example, that means he's moving from monetary pursuits towards personal growth. That's the first group of people. All right. Now we have the other group of people, right? We have the other group of people, right? Everything in life is yin and yang. One regresses, one pursues. All right. So there might be another group of people, right, who are a bit more gung-ho, who are a bit more, aggressive. All right, risk taking, for example, whatever additional resources that comes in, they might take it to further leverage their position. Now, whether it's good or bad, right? It's really dependent on whether this person actually knows what he's doing. For example, if he's a very skilled trader, okay, if he's a very skilled and very very wise investor, he knows exactly what he's doing for the short term, mid term, and long term. This is a great money making opportunity. However, if you are one of those who are jumping on the bandwagon because somebody recommends, one of your friends goes in and makes some small money, and then you get tempted, you're not sure how this works, but you just want to have some flesh in the game, all right, or you're hoping to get lucky. All right. Now, this is the time where it gets a bit risky for you because the market is increasing its volatility. All right. So those of you who are very skilled traders and investors, this might be your time to make some money. Those of you who are risk takers but you're not too informed about the market conditions, my advice to you is just hold your horses, all right, and look at the market again before you make your move. What about when we look further down the chart? All right. Now, the month of the dog will also combine with the month pillar, which is the tiger. Now, this forms a semi-combination. Now, this semi-combination comes from the three harmony combination. This talks about a third-party trigger. That means a third-party reason. That's why there's something going on. Again, when we use the annual chart for the year, and the month pillar could actually represent governments, all right, large departments of authority, for example. All right. So with the semi combination, it produces a very specific energy called the direct resource. The direct resource appears again. Right? That means this month there will be a lot of resources coming in. Now, it might not be direct. It can be direct, or it could be some form of a helpful policy for your current position. If we translate all these energy movements into layman terms, what does this mean? This means that because of external triggers, governments or big companies, powerful companies, or even like just say the central banks around the world will produce or might produce financial aids to their respective countries. Okay, this might not happen to every single one, all right, but those bigger countries, all right, where the market has slowed down quite significantly, okay, this month, all right, the governments might choose to, start to, give aids out. Now, how did I conclude that, governments might start to throw out monetary support out? Okay, now, if we look at the month of the dog, okay, these are the auxiliary stars associated with the animal sign of the dog in 2024. Firstly, National Treasure talks about authority. Okay, month emptiness talks about solving an issue. So we know that this month there is an issue that governments or higher authorities are trying to solve. Okay, based on the current events, all right, and the current economic data that I've seen, right, many countries are actually reporting a slowdown in consumer spending. That means people are spending less money, right? It might be liquidity issues, it might be lower earning capacities, it might be job losses, right? Basically, the power of spending has gone down. So this is an issue for a lot of governments around the world. Year breaker, changing direction. All right. Back then, a lot of governments, all the governments around the world were fighting inflation. Okay, were fighting inflation because they were trying to control inflation. So they were increasing the interest rates and they were doing a lot of policy changes, right? Suddenly this month, because they are trying to boost the economy again, all right, they are trying to switch the strategy. All right, they are trying to switch the strategy. Now, this is the part. Greater consumer means an outflow of massive resources. That's why I'm trying to make an intellectual guess that based on the economic data, a lot of governments around the world might be thinking or they are executing a financial aid relief. That means they're going to throw money out to the public, all right, to try to trigger or try to jumpstart the economy again. Okay. However, there's an obstacle. All right. They might get a bit of resistance. Now, when someone gives you money, how could you face resistance? All right. People will not resist taking your money, but they might resist spending your money. The plan, if the government in your country actually throws out money, the purpose is to encourage you to spend more money to jumpstart the economy. However, people might be so fearful or people might be desperate, financially tight to the point where they just receive the money and they just sit on it and they're just guarding the money, right? Just in case there is further volatility. Okay, so this is the kind of resistance that we are looking at. Now, Moonsha means hidden issues or basically lack of information. All right. Now, hidden issues is this, right? On the surface, you might be trying to help people, right? Because it is DR, it is nobleman, it is a form of resource helping the public. However, by throwing out free money, economically, it is opening a can of worms to restart inflation. Those of you who are a bit more financially literate or basically you're economically more exposed, all right, throwing out money without production basically triggers inflation. Okay, so that's why I'm looking at hidden issues here. And finally, the leopard tail. Okay, this means opposition. Okay, people who do not agree with what you are doing or people who disagree with your method of intervention. So based on these auxiliary stars or these blockages, okay, what I'm seeing is that the government might give you money, but people might just take the money, sit on it and not spend it. So this would further amplify a downturn of the economy. Okay, let's just hope again that I am wrong, but you will start to see events that relate roughly to what I'm seeing. Now, those of you who like my format of sharing, show me some encouragement by subscribing, like, and sharing this kind of videos to your loved ones and your friends, all right? Those of you who do not want to miss my monthly updates, please scan the QR code, right, and join my Telegram group. Now, based on the big picture that I've given to you, if you have any of these 8 animal signs in your charts, pay close attention because you will be more affected. All right. Now, if you have the ox, the rooster, the goat, the tiger, dragon, dog, horse, and rabbit, pay close attention. Now, let's start with the dog, right? Now, we always talk about positive energies, right? Whatever happens, it happens for a reason, and the reason is good for you, regardless whether you recognize it or not, all right? So now, if you have the dog in your chart, this is the month whereby you might be given an opportunity to showcase your leadership skills, all right? You can pursue opportunities, but it does require hard work. Okay, and this might actually be the time that you've been waiting for to solve problems since the start of the year. Okay, now my advice to people with the dog in the chart is this: victory is always sweeter when the journey is more challenging, even at the cost of being unpopular. Guys, if this month you are given the opportunity to solve a big problem that you have been struggling the whole year, take it. All right, this is the month of making tough, unpopular decisions, actions, strategies. Okay, so sometimes you don't always have to be the good guy. All right, keep your eyes on the objective and just go for it. Those of you with the dragon in your charts, right, prepare for a new situational opportunity. All right. This is your opportunity to be exposed or you gain access to a new playing field. Now, a lot of you might feel a bit like, it might be a bit daunting. There's a lot of uncertainty. You're not sure whether you should take the leap of faith into a new area that you know nothing about. If this comes to you this month, all right, it doesn't hurt to explore it. Okay, because if you're trying to find progression in life, normally it takes a bit of pivoting into a new path. All right, this month might be the month that this new path exposes itself to you. So it's your call. My advice to those people with the dragon in their charts, the first step to greatness is always filled with doubt, fear, and uncertainty. Courage is required to explore and receive what you truly deserve. So the ball is in your court. You decide on what to do. Those of you with the rooster in your charts, all right, this is a month of new opportunities, new adventures. Of course, you're going to feel a lot of uncertainty. You're going to have this mixture of excitement, nervousness, fear of failure, but you're also eager to succeed, right? So it's a mixture of a lot of unsettling emotions. Okay, my advice to you is do not let fear stop you. Every step you take forward allows you to see further down the road. Okay, why do I say this? Because normally fear hits you because you are lack of information. You are lacking information. That's basically it. All right. So every step you take forward, right, the entire situation becomes clearer and clearer because you know for sure what you're dealing with. You know the challenges. You know the milestones to achieve. All right. So you stop guessing. Okay. And you move forward and do the things that you need to do. Those of you with gold in your charts, all right, the positive energies are opportunities coming through restructuring or abrupt events. That means suddenly something new enters your life. Suddenly the situation changes at your workplace. Suddenly your boss throws right a new position, a new job, a new responsibility at you suddenly. Okay, now remember this: if this happens, congratulations. Okay, because this new situation will open up great opportunities for you to learn while having the support of your bosses and stakeholders around you. All right. The advice for people with the goat in their charts: new progression requires new directions. Keep your eyes on the objective and filter through the noise, because the new situations, because it's new, that you will be surrounded by a lot of white noise, a lot of distractions. All right. Which might pull you away from the objective. Remember, keep your eyes on the prize. All right. And just cut through the noise and pursue forward. Those of you with the ox in your charts, this is the month whereby you might be able to invest in appreciating assets, increase the value of contribution to your workplace or to the market if you own your own business. Okay, my advice to the people with oxes in their charts would be: opportunities are abundant. That is true. Congratulations. But strict diligence is required to minimize risk and liabilities, which means it's a double-edged sword. All right. You are able to invest and find great opportunities to make money. However, sometimes you might be a bit too careless, a bit too enthusiastic, a bit too impatient. All right. Remember, do your due diligence. Okay. Opportunities are everywhere. Okay. Sometimes it's good to, just slow down, re-look at the opportunity. If it's too risky, maybe you should take a rain check. Those of you with the rabbit in your charts, all right. Now, this is the month whereby you might be approached by colleagues, interdepartments, customers, even friends and family for potential partnership and collaboration efforts. Now, these are direct opportunities coming to you, but they may be a bit unfamiliar, which might trigger a sense of uncertainty or even fear. Okay. Now, my advice to the people with rabbits in your charts: this is your time to pivot or take on something new or explore the unknown. All right. Accumulate enough information so that it gives you more confidence and remove the fear so that you're able to cut through the fear of uncertainty. Again, all right, courage overcomes fear. And how do you get courage? By gathering more information. So do not just reject, gather more information before you jump to conclusions. Those of you with the tiger in your charts, now this is the month where you might be traveling a bit more. Maybe it's for holidays, maybe it's to meet clients overseas. All right. These are traveling opportunities. Okay. And these traveling opportunities normally comes together with new roles and new job titles, for example. Now, the advice for you will be this, okay? Go with the flow. Do not reject opportunities. Don't try to predict too clearly what lies ahead. Just go with the flow. Take the leap of faith, okay? Even if it may be exhausting and overwhelming at times. Now, those of you with the horse in your charts, right? This month, you might have collaboration opportunities. But the reason for collaboration is for problem solving. Okay, so this is called collective effort to overcome a bigger objective. Okay, now pay attention to what you're doing this month, because this month you have the increased energy of publicity and recognition. That means whatever good job that you're doing, it gets recognized. Okay, and people do have, and you definitely have the visibility. On the same note, all right, do not work in the gray area. Do not bend rules this month, because everybody can see exactly what you're doing. Okay. Now, my advice to you will be this: problem solving is a process. It's not a one-hit wonder. Okay. Have some patience, because the journey will be guaranteed filled with uncertainty, frustration, and clarity will only be achieved through trial and error. You have to go and test it out, right? It's okay to fail 8 times as long as you find 2 times that actually works. This is how you problem solve. Okay, so do have some patience, do have the mindset and the heart set of embarking on this process and this journey of problem solving. Wow, guys, that was a mouthful for that 8 animal signs. Again, show me some love and encouragement, and I'll greatly appreciate it, right? Subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you in my Telegram group. On that note, my name is Kenneth Wong. Take care, guys. See you next month.